Hey Don, it's Chris. Just as I promised you earlier on the phone, I'm getting that video over to you. So the reason I make these videos is because I've noticed that a lot of business owners are too busy running their own business to learn how the internet can actually help them grow. And by giving these free and easy to use attack plans, some of these business owners just take the information that I give them and use it for themselves, and that's awesome. But others tend to come back to me and ask me for my help. So the other reason why I really like making these and why I love doing this is because I've seen what it can do. I've seen it change the lives of those in business and their families. I've seen previously overstressed and busy business owners have more financial freedom and be able to spend more time with who and doing what matters most to them. Plus, being able to grow their team, afford to pay everyone what they're worth, and I've seen businesses that were already flourishing reach massive new heights in just a matter of months. Now, if you truly don't care about any of this, you don't have to waste your time by watching this, but knowing you must be very busy, I tried to keep it short to be respectful of your time. So just as I promised, the top 3 things you could be doing today to increase your online presence and drive more customers into your business are going to be focusing on content, backlinks, and citations. I'm also going to teach you a little bit about what keywords are and which ones are going to be best for you to drive. And Don, I checked out your website and it's really nice. I love the logo. I like how everything's, super clean, it's laid out, it's easy to see. But the first topic we're going to go over today is going to be content. And right now, your website might have, including the actual reviews, maybe 400 to 500 words. Now, to be optimized with Google, you guys are going to want to have about 1,500 words with buyer intent keywords filled in that you're trying to rank and get traffic for in order to actually boost up your revenues. Page content is made up of the words, images, and text behind the images called alt text that makes up a certain page of your site. So this is super important. When Google actually scans your site, they send bots to search your site. Those bots will look at how much content you have, and depending on the amount of content, that's how much focus they're going to put on you. Also, they're going to look for those buyer intent keywords that needs to be filled in with the content to know what you even want to be ranking for and getting traffic for. If it's not on your website, typically they're not going to put you up there because you aren't relevant to the topic that's being searched. And this is another reason why it's so important. Think about why Wikipedia is so strong. Why do they always come up first when you typically search something? Because they have the most authoritative content and Google knows it and rewards them for it. They have the most relevance when people search for a topic, and that's what we're trying to do here with all of the plumbing-based keywords that are going to boost up your revenues, right? So if we look at your biggest competitor right now, Blue Planet, an online biggest competitor. I don't know how it is in your community specifically, but they have a little bit more content. This still really isn't optimized, which is going to make it even easier to beat. Right? But like I said, about 1,500 on that front page and about 500 to 750 on the back end service pages if there are additional words you're trying to rank for, or you just want a more professional look to your site, of course. Now, the second and very, very important thing when it comes to optimizing your online presence are going to be backlinks. Now, to go into that and to teach you about that, I'm going to be going into a tool I use called Ahrefs. Now, what a backlink is another site linking to yours through theirs, pushing power to your site. So if I went over here and I clicked on this and it brought me up to your website, that would be an example of a backlink. Now, there's 2 different types of backlinks. There are do follow links and there are do not follow links. The do follow links actually push power to your website. The do not follow links are pretty much worthless other than the fact that you might be up on somebody's high traffic website and you could get a couple clicks here and there. So this whole page gives you the statistical analysis and breakdown of the performance of your website. This right here, the first thing you're going to see is the power of your page. This is a ranking factor. This is also a ranking factor, and this is the power of your entire website. This is the amount of backlinks that you have, and these are the amount of referring websites that are sending those backlinks. The amount of organic keywords that you're trying to rank for, and this is the amount of organic traffic you're actually getting. Now, this could be a little bit off. Your Google Analytics are going to give you a more accurate representation, but everything else is spot on. So if we look at your backlink profile and your referring domain profile, and we look at Blue Planets, after I get out of their keywords, you can see the difference, right? You can also see the difference in the page power as well as the domain power. And this is one of the biggest reasons why they're beating you out right now. Now, this does not mean it's entirely difficult to beat, especially with the right content, which they are lacking, which is a huge hole in their game, something we could definitely capitalize on. This is definitely beatable, is what I'm trying to get at. But if you can see their organic traffic, this is the difference with what they're doing and what you're currently doing. These are the kind of results you could be getting. Every single one of these is a potential customer, like every single one. Now, if we look at their keywords, Look at how many keywords there are and what the search volume is for plumbing in Asheville alone. Plumbing Asheville, about 800 searches every single month. Asheville plumber, about 100 searches every single month. Plumber in Asheville, about 50. Plumbing, Asheville, North Carolina. Plumbers, Asheville. Each one of these are different and they bring in their own search volume. And by ranking high on these, you're capitalizing on a lot of that traffic. And this right here is the opportunity I get so excited about, because this is the gold. You aren't just limited to a few of these. You can rank for all of them in Asheville. And if you have any other areas surrounding Asheville, you can rank for those keywords as well. Think about that for a second. What could that mean for you and your business if you had all of this? Think about that in a term of dollars and cents. New customers, new clients, more consistency, and more growth, right? So the third very, very important thing I want to go over with you is how to get ranking in the Google Map Pack, which you are already doing an amazing job at, but I'm going to give you the education behind it as well, just in case you don't know yet, right? So first off, when we look at the search, first thing is going to come up here right now, and I can also see that you're in ads, are the Google ads. Now, one thing about these is that they're only semi-effective if they're not created properly, and they become a serious money pit. Now, a lot of phones and computers even have ad blocking software, which is another reason why organic ranking is so important. So you at least have a well-made ad. You're paying for every single click on there. So let's say if somebody random came up and just clicked on this real quick, checked you out, and then left, you would still have to pay for that, which is another downside to it, right? Getting ranked in the Google My Business profile is amazing, but paired up with this top-end organic ranking, I already showed you what they're getting for that. They're getting almost 1,000 leads just from being in that top position. Not for any Google My Business profile or anything along those lines. So if you pair that up with what you already have, you could probably drop a lot of the ad spend that you're spending, and also pair that up with the organic ranking to get a lot more business. Now, what gets you typically ranked in this Google My Business profile is having a stronger and a larger citation profile than your competitor. A citation is your business's name, address, and phone number submitted word for word into directories such as Yelp and Yellow Pages. The other ranking factors here include the quality of the citations and how powerful they are, the optimization of the Google My Business profile itself, the number of Google reviews you have, and your ratings on Google, but most importantly is how well you're organically ranking on a search. But as you can see with yourself, if you're not on the first page or in the top spots, it's going to be a little harder but not impossible by any means to secure that top position, which, like I said, you guys are doing a couple things very, very well already. This is just that final piece to the puzzle that will allow you to secure that massive chunk of market space that Blue Planet Plumbing is getting. So just to kind of recap what we went over today, content. Page content is so important. Like I said, just like Wikipedia, you want to have the most authoritative content so that Google puts you up in that placement first. Your front page is going to want to have about 1,500 words with properly filled in buyer intent keywords that you're trying to rank and get traffic for. And your back-end service pages, if they have relevant keywords as well, or like I said, if you're just trying to get that more complete look, you want to have about 500 to 750 words of the same thing, depending on what your competitors have and depending on how many keywords you're trying to rank for. The backlink profile. You want to have more relevant and more powerful sites linking to you guys than your competitor to show Google that you are the authority. Like I said, it's just like a popularity contest. And citations. You already have this down pat, but let's say somebody came up and they started working with somebody who knew what they were doing, and they came in and they stomped you guys out. I'm giving you this information just so you know how to make sure, one, you secure the defense, and you can know how to play the offensive game as well. So you want to have about 200 to 300 of these to beat out your competition by a landslide, or at least substantially more than your competitor. If they have 300, you want 500. The game is domination. Now, if you implemented all of these strategies today, you can become #1 on Google for your business and reap the rewards with a ton of new paying customers, more money, more growth, and more freedom. Don, I hope you liked the video at least half as much as I enjoyed making it for you. I'd love to hop on a quick call with you and get some feedback from you to hear your thoughts, just so I at least know you got some value from it and I didn't waste both of our times. With that being said, Don, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon.